Hey everyone, this is Miss Moriarty, and I'm here to discuss with us just a little bit about the mining and reclamation activity, especially if you are somebody who was at home. So, in this video, I'm just going to kind of walk you through a little bit on what I'm expecting you to do and then how to use the Google Draw that's attached in order to mine for the activity. So, the purpose of this investigation is to kind of recreate a situation in where you are acting like an actual mining company and you are paying for that land to specifically be mined for. So, your goal or your task here is to kind of understand the economics and potentially environmental issues associated with extracting things like ores. So, looking at some of the expenses that you're going to have to take into account as you mine in your activity is first and foremost, as your mining company, you are purchasing that piece of land, and that is a flat rate of $50. And in this activity, you are not necessarily starting with a certain type of budget. The end goal is to make sure that you make a net profit. So, to purchase the land is a flat rate of $50. Now, to extract, this is where the Google drawing that's attached to the assignment comes into play. Your extraction method, you will need to select a certain number of squares that you see on the Google Draw to signify your mining. For all the squares that you remove, you want to follow the cost outlined here. So if you remove one square, that's a cost of $100. If you remove two squares, $200, and so on. Now, before you begin your mining process, you want to make sure you have out with you some sort of stopwatch. You can use your phone, that's fine. But as the mining company, you need to make sure that you are paying your workers. So as you mine, you need to take into account how long it is taking you to mine. And for each minute and for each person that mines is $25 as your fee. Once you feel as though you have mined enough ore, you feel as though you've made enough money, due to the Surface Mining and Reclamation Act, you need to put that land back together to ensure that there isn't tons of environmental degradation. So here's where you want to kind of estimate how much of the land did you end up destroying. Was it about only 25% of the area, 75% of the area? And so on. And then from there, that is your reclamation cost. Now, when you happen to actually mine for a piece of ore there, you'll find that for every 1 gram of mineral that you find, that equates to $200. So once you hit start, you want to continue mining. Make sure you're taking into account how many squares you are moving away from the diagram and how long it is taking you to do so. And then from there, you can calculate what your actual profit analysis might be. Remember, the goal is to have a net profit. Now, how do you use the actual Google Draw? So, in the procedure, I mentioned in order to actually mine or move the squares away, you want to click on a square and you can drag it to the side. That would signify you just dug up a piece of that land. If you want to click on multiple squares at once, so for example, I want to move these 3 squares at the same time, I click on one, I hold my control button on my keyboard, and then I continue clicking until I have the amount of squares that I want to mine, and then I take it and I drag it off to the side. Now you will find that you will have to dig quite deep. So there may be several layers of soil that you may have to then remove from the land in order to find your mineral deposits. You may also need to remove things like trees and other animals in order to find the ores. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any other questions, please shoot me an email.